Hey guys, what's up? Today we're looking at Furi, the awesome boss rush game that absolutely dominated my attention for a few weeks last year. On this channel I want to set aside some time to feature a couple of indie games that really stood out for me. These days we're so busy being vigilant of the greedy corporations that are out for our money, and we shouldn't forget there are still some smaller studios out there producing absolute gems. And Furi was one of those gems. Let's get into it. Let's pause at the start for a minute and just appreciate that developing a good boss rush game is challenging because designing a good boss fight on its own is difficult. When it's done right, the boss fights will be some of the most memorable moments in a video game. It's the game saying, right, that's enough fluffing about. Let's see how well you've learned the game mechanics in the last level. But in a boss rush game there was no last level. No waves of grunts for you to practice on. You learn in the boss fight and are tested in the boss fight. This introduces a learning curve that's characteristic to this subgenre. And it manifests itself as you running around like a headless chicken for the first one or two fights. Can anyone remember Titan Souls? But those moments of running for your life are important. If at any point you are sure that you are going to win, then the boss fight is not well designed because there is no payoff for the player. But in a boss rush game there is no safe zone where you can just press all the buttons and get in tune with your character. If the difficulty isn't there, then the exhilaration of a thrilling boss battle is lost. But if you push it too far, then the frustration will push casual players away. Now at first glance, Furi should have the same problem. You start the game and you are immediately thrown into a boss battle. The game does give you a quick tutorial framed as the boss just messing around with you, after which he gets serious and starts really fighting.
This has been fun, but it's time to get serious.
That being said, the difficulty ramps up really quickly and you will get your ass handed to you a few times. And then courteously told by the game to try again.
Do I look unconquerable to you?
But I think what kept me hooked and trying over and over is that Furi never once made me feel like I lost just because I didn't know something. When you get hit in Furi, you know exactly what you did wrong and what to do next time so you don't. And when you do things right, when you read your opponent perfectly and absolutely dominate, wow, does this game make you feel like a badass. And I think that's why I kept playing. Even when I was losing, I was having so much fun, and to me that's always the sign of a good game. As I mentioned earlier, a good boss fight needs to generate tension, suspense, despair, so that it can also make you feel amazing when you win. And I think Furi has balanced the difficulty just so to achieve that, even using the difficulty to help convey the story in some places.
Stop! You can't go out there.
And yes, I did say story just now. That's the one thing you gain by switching away from the choose your next level format of something like Malicious or say Mega Man. Everything happens in a certain order and there is time between each encounter, where your companion/tour guide character tells you about the next boss you have to fight.
I'll tell you what I know on the way.
I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you because there's a twist at the end, but the basic premise is that your character, who for the better part of the game is just called the Stranger, has been locked up in an elaborate prison for reasons unknown. The different parts of the prison are connected by these magical doors, and the only way to open these doors is to kill the jailer in that section, aka the boss.
The jailer is the key. Kill him and you will be free.
Also worthy of praise is the exceptional soundtrack. I could not find a single track I did not absolutely love, and each of them accentuates the atmosphere of each level and really helps you get into the story right alongside the consistent and striking art style.
I wanted to make this video because Furi and one other indie game I've recently played really reminded me what great indie games have to offer. When it's done right, indie games offer an experience that, in terms of being fun and memorable, are on par with any AAA title. Because an indie game is usually made by a small team that is passionate about what they're doing, and that passion shines through in the amount of polish that you see in games like Furi. So if you haven't already, I urge you to give this game a try. Even if you don't make it to the end, you will certainly enjoy the challenge. Furi is out now on PC and consoles, including the Nintendo Switch. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit that button and remember to subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what was the last indie game you played that made you proud to call yourself a gamer? Link in the description below to my Twitch channel. And I'll see you in the next video.